Hi, everybody. Welcome. This is Bob Sanchez. We're back at Live Music LiveWire. Tonight, I'm very happy to have with me a good friend of mine, one of our local songwriters here, Mr. Joe Sullivan. Joe, say hello to everybody.
Hey, nice to meet everybody. Glad you're here.
Joe is, like I said a moment ago, one of our local songwriters here, and we have a lot of them. Joe's one of the better guys, and we're glad to have him here tonight. You are going to have a chance to hear some of his songs tonight, which I know you're going to be looking forward to that. But before we get started there, let's talk to Joe a little bit about who he is and what he's all about.
Mm-hmm.
So, Joe, now you come out of the education department. You were assistant principal at...
Yeah. I was teacher and a coach.
Okay.
I wanted to be a track coach when I came out of college, and I went there specifically to be a PE teacher and biology teacher. And then I went into administration when I got to LSU. I came to Baton Rouge in 1983, I think it was, and I got into LSU and got a master's to work my way into assistant principal and principalship. And eventually I did the last 9 years of my career as a transportation supervisor. About 11,000 students and about 160 bus drivers for 9 years.
And he still has hair. Okay,
back when my hair was brown.
But it's still there after all that, so that's remarkable. Now you're from New York.
Yeah. I went to college at Manhattan College. I got a master's at Columbia University, and I came to LSU and got a second master's, basically. And in education, that's the only way you can really make money is by having higher degrees. So I was dedicated. I wanted to have a family and a wife and a house, and so I was dedicated to trying to be successful in education, and it worked out. I'm retired now. I retired in June of 2014, and we had a little party at Phil Brady's, a little retirement party. We threw a band together, and that was a good time. So, I was very fortunate. I got to do exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to be an educator. I went to college. I became who I wanted to be. So I'm very, very fortunate in that way, I think.
Well, that's a wonderful story of a blessed life. And one of the things, so back when I got to know you, and I guess I've known you for 25, maybe 30 years now, you used to play in a group called Bleecker Street.
That's right.
Of course, that's an homage to Bleecker Street up in New York.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We formed up around 1990, and we were kind of a folk rock band. Stan Snyder and Steve Navarre and Henry Frazier and me, and then we added on a guy named Matt Williams, plays the drums, and Gary Reagan on guitar. And we've morphed into different variations of that group, and it was a good folk rock group. It was a lot of fun. So we started at Tony's Tavern. Yeah. Each guy was a solo player up there. On Friday nights we'd have songwriter night. That was such a good experience for everybody. We just looked forward to it. And Lynn Anselmo had done such a great job making that place feel so warm and comfortable when you went there.
Well, Lynn was a songwriter himself, and he and his wife, it was Lynn and Lynn, they had been out on the road early on in their lives and came back, and he took over his dad's donut business, which was a landmark here in Baton Rouge. For those of you who have never been here, Tony's Donuts were unique. I promise you that. Absolutely spectacular and very unique. And in his last number of years, he had his club over there on Old Hammond Highway. And that was a place for you guys to gather, play, and a place for songwriters. And that dovetails right over into another aspect of what you do. You're a songwriter.
Yes.
As opposed to someone who just performs songs, you perform your own songs.
Yes, I do.
And there's a whole group here in this area of songwriters.
Yes.
That have your songwriter circles. You have songwriter nights at different places.
Yeah.
Which I think is very exciting because, every song out that you listen to was an original song by somebody.
That's right.
So you're going to see songs coming out of some of these guys that will be played by others down the road.
On Sundays, there's Jolie Pearl downtown, and then on Friday nights, right now, La Divina, Donald Gelpy is running a open mic kind of thing for different songwriters. So yeah, there's a nice community here. And there's a lot more going on under this. It's like an iceberg. There's a lot going on under the surface.
Yeah.
So people recording, and we work with one another, and there's some really great people and good relationships.
Yeah. Well, I was fortunate enough to get a chance. You asked me to come play with you a couple times over Joe.
That's right. That's right.
And that was a whole lot of fun. It's something that is people need to come out and support that, because it's the local musicians here that are trying to bring something new to everyone. And this is an example of one of the guys here, which you'll get to hear in a little bit. Now, a little more about the fact that Joe and I have known each other. Our sons used to run together back when they were in middle school and high school. So we've had some encounters over the years outside of the music business itself.
Yeah. Our sons were on the same basketball team in junior high school, and we used to go to the games. I'd sit with Bob, ignore everybody else.
One time when the coaches couldn't be there, we got volunteered to be coaches on the sidelines. That was an interesting night. That
I was one time they asked me to do the book, and I was yelling at the ref. I got a double tech on our team for like the coaches thing. So they called a tech on me for being the scorekeeper.
Well, with
a big mouth.
The problem here, the parents all have to be quieet in the stands. It's just not the same, And
well.
This was the vociferous one. That's why he's a songwriter, I tell you, okay? Well, one of the things we have, Joe's got a couple of albums that are already out. This one right here, which is Joe Sullivan, Almost There. And we have Joe Sullivan's Blue Sky and Blacktop. Some of the songs he played today, you're going to see, I think they're on this one, the Blue Sky and Blacktop.
Well, one of them is and one's a new one.
And he's got a new album coming out.
Yeah.
New album coming out soon, so tell us what you got going there.
I appreciate that. Friday, I spent the whole day in the studio. Yesterday, I spent the whole day in the studio. And we got 9 songs recorded. And we had this wonderful flute and Irish whistle and flute player come in. And his son plays a borin. His name is Braylon. It's Brett Lapinter. Mm-hmm. He's a flute player, and his son plays the borhun. And we recorded the Foggy Dew, and it came out just incredibly well. I mean, I'm just tickled pink. And I have Doc Cheney coming in on next Friday to do some violin.
Doc's always a treat.
And Gary Reagan on electric lead guitar.
Gary, excellent.
Yeah, I'm just really lucky. I have good friends that are excellent musicians, and they're going to come and help me
Good.
fill the layers of
where
songs.
Can some of these folks get some of these albums?
Well,
a place to find them.
If you look at Facebook, if you just all my information's there. If you just click about, my phone number's there. My they could just call or text me or whatever, or use my email.
He might even deliver them himself. You never know.
Yeah. I'll give him a good deal.
He's got a bicycle. He'll come bring them right by.
I might.
All right. How long before the new one's coming?
I should be done recording it in April, and then after that, I just have to have it produced. Like run off and everything like that. I'll probably do a CD or a jump stick or something like that. Looking at maybe May.
All right. That's good. That's not very long from now. Now, where are you playing these days? What's coming up for you?
Right now, I'm just focused on recording. But I recently played in Houston 2 weeks ago, and there was a Chili When It's Chili. It was a fundraiser for the Wounded Warrior Project. I was so happy to do that. Me and Bill Romano played at the we call it the Louisiana Power Hour. Last time I played, there were 4 of us. It was Ryan Harris and Tommy Ike Haley and me and Bill. And this time it was just Bill and I. So we got to play twice as many songs, which was really nice. And then I played at the 3rd Street Festival on Saturday. And then I'm recorded Friday and Sunday. And so I'm really right now focused on recording. And I think when that's over, then I'll start entertaining, playing more
Good.
live.
We'll have the South Baton Rouge tour before he gets over to Texas.
Yeah.
And some of the other places.
And I played at the Mississippi Songwriters Festival a couple of times. That's
Excellent.
fun.
Yes.
That's a lot of fun. It's in Ocean Springs. Beautiful town. I love playing there. It's a great place. A lot of restaurants. The water's right there. I love playing at the Mississippi.
Well, now they're lifting the COVID restrictions, and I know that Chris Fry, who's another one of the songwriters here, some guys have a stage developing up in St. Francisville.
Nice.
So it looks like there's going to be some new stuff going on up there, some folk festivals. So it's going to be a very exciting time as we come into the summertime, provided everything goes well.
Right. And specifically in St. Francisville, the Tunica Hills Festival, it's called.
Yes,
and that's where the music, they have really good music there.
People from all over the country come down for that.
It's very, very good.
It's very nice, and it's just going to be someplace we get a chance to see Joe and some others. So, with that said, we're going to come right back and get a chance to hear Joe play. So, thank you all very much.
I drove all night long, I'm hauling a heavy load. I'm headed straight into the noonday sun, just a mile from Buffalo, at a Tupelo. I'm flying down the road with my CB radio. I'm singing a song to my baby at home, just a long, hard way to go. Way to go. I'm drinking coffee just to slow me down. A pretty lady spun my head around. I put my pedal to the metal, but maybe next time I might just stick around. Just stick around. Driving for a living, taking and giving from the road as I go. Sleeping alone on the road on my own, but I won't sell my soul to the devil on the road. Devil's on the road. I drove all night long, hauling a heavy load, headed straight to the noonday sun, just a mile from Buffalo, at a Tupelo. I'm flying down the road with my CB radio. I'm singing a song to my baby at home. It's just a long, hard way to go. Long way to go. I'm drinking coffee just to slow me down. A pretty lady spun my head around. I put my pedal to the metal, but maybe this time I might just stick around. Just stick around. Driving for a living, taking and giving from the road as I go. Sleeping alone on the road on my own, but I won't sell my soul to the devil on the road. Devil on the road. Devil on the road. Devil's on the road.
That was great, Joe. Glad you guys tuned in. Don't forget, we have Almost There, and we have Blue Sky and Blacktop, and soon to be another album being dropped soon by Mr. Joe Sullivan. So thank you very much for coming, Joe.
Appreciate it, Bob.
And
we
look forward to seeing you guys next time on Live Music's LiveWire. Don't forget to subscribe to Baton Rouge's live music on YouTube, and we're also present on Facebook, soon to be coming up on Instagram and some other social media sites too. We look forward to seeing you there. Thank you for watching.
Support your local songwriters.
That's right.
You know now times are tough, as if that's not enough. Someone shoves your back against the wall, just like a movie scene, or maybe a fitful dream. No one's there to catch you when you fall. Cut out from a magazine, a picture of a beauty queen. She's faded and it don't really look the same. Her mind was often closed, but I was one of those who just got caught up in her game. You got your battle scars you earned at a whiskey bar, all cut up like a loser of a brawl. You want my sympathy, but you won't get that from me, 'cause when I was down you tried to make me crawl. As if that's not enough, packed up all your stuff and left me like a man without a friend. You want a second chance, you need another dance to work your way back home to me again. You know now times are tough, as if that's not enough. Someone shoves your back against the wall. It's just like a movie scene, or maybe a fitful dream, but no one's there to catch you when you fall. No one's there to catch you.